Good evening, Chainsaw Man fans. It is Mr. Twitchy, tonight portion of Mugen Eclipse. I am by my lonesome today. Unfortunately, Vante is still feeling under the weather, so we have decided for me to go live tonight with volume 16 of the series. I will be reacting to chapters 134 through 143. Almost a palindrome, but not really. And yeah, I am excited to see what this incurs, mainly for whoever this gentleman is right there, little pretty boy. Who's Fake Saw Man? That's the name of the stream. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm a little warm, if you couldn't tell. Just got out of the shower, and it's also hot here. But yeah, I'm doing good, Gav. How about you guys? Just waiting for everyone to get in here, do a quick little recap of last volume, and then I will get started. As is the case with last night when I did Dandadan by my lonesome, I am not the best at continuing a dialogue or even, having a dialogue with just myself. That's something that I really lean on with Vante for his input for that particular scenario. So I'll do the best that I can. Hopefully you guys enjoy tonight. If you do enjoy the stream, if you could like it for us, I do have some water. Not a lot, but some. So hopefully we'll stay hydrated together. And I've been really on a Chainsaw Man kick recently. So shout out to our boy Townsy. I will share maybe a little bit later in the stream. I have been watching his reaction, so I'll try to get his channel and put it in the description. He is on a hiatus as of now from One Punch Man, I think he was covering, JJK, I think he was covering, One Piece he was covering, and then obviously Chainsaw Man, so that's why I brought him out. Yes, the movie is out any day now. I think the 24th is what I saw. We'll see how that goes. But last volume, oh my goodness, what a action-packed and also character-centric volume. We got to learn about the background of Asa, Crambon, who was taken out of this world way too soon against their will by the caretaker at the orphanage. That was some trauma that Asa was holding on to for many years. And because of that, she decided to give up on life. And that's when Denji came swooping in just in time and says, hey, even if the world is crap, you should be able to, at the very least, find something to live for. All right, so I will periodically take breaks between the chapters to both discuss the chapters and then also to rehydrate. Just keep in mind, guys, since I am reading this and streaming this off of the same computer, I will not be able to see any chats that you put in the comment section or in the chat while I am reading the chapter. So with that being said, let's get into chapter 134 of Chainsaw Man. And I will be single page reading unless there is a double spread. So chapter 134, Ordinary Happiness. The way Chainsaw Man fights is outrageous. Destroying buildings makes him no different from the devils. Who's going to pay for all that property damage? There are reports that Chainsaw Man was involved in the recent disappearance of that aquarium too. Oh yeah, he was also told, never be Chainsaw Man again or we'll kill Nayuta, which, not cool, Public Safety Division, or whatever district that Yoshida is a part of. The Falling Devil, right? That was nuts. If Chainsaw Man hadn't beaten her, we'd have a real Nostradamus on our hands. Nostradamus is coming for real, don't you think? Chainsaw Man showed up at our school before, too. If he beats Nostradamus, won't our school be legendary? Nostradamus isn't a devil, you know? The news is talking about that Chainsaw Man church again. They're saying there's a bunch of brainwashed, dangerous kids. Look, they're fighting the police. Denji, look. The church's days are numbered, though, because I'm not going to turn into Chainsaw Man anymore. Huh? You aren't? If I do, you'll die. I can't anymore. When he told me that I can't be Chainsaw Man, it felt like I died inside. But then I thought about it, and I'm pretty content with the life I have now. Nothing beats a normal life. Do you really think that? Huh? Yeah. Do you really think nothing beats a normal life? I do. I do, right? Hey, Pochita, for us, this life is like heaven, right? But like, despite that, it's like, now I'm dreaming of an even higher heaven. So going back to the city mouse versus the country mouse debate, we can be happy with what we've got, right, Pochita? We don't need to keep fighting. You can't sleep either, Meowie. That's right, I drink this vegetable juice every day. I wake up feeling more refreshed now. When I recommended it to my grandpa, you see, golf is all about setting your belief in Chainsaw Man aside. I can't accept your organization. So he's just switching channels on his television. Recruiting students with no real-world experience, fighting protesters. I hear you kids are out there playing Devil Hunter, killing devils every night. Do you have any idea how worried your parents must be? Some of them might be orphans, dude. How do you people intend to take responsibility for the lives that have been lost playing Chainsaw Man? Is this Isayumi or is this Kobani's brother? Can't really tell since their eyes are covered. As for our Devil Hunter activities, we notify the city and the Ministry of Defense in advance. Also, we are active Devil Hunter Club members at school. We have real-life combat experience. This is not just a game to us. Only those of us who have accepted Chainsaw Man's teachings work as Devil Hunters. What's wrong with following one's sense of justice to save Japanese citizens in an act of self-sacrifice? Oh, and another thing. We hear this Chainsaw Man's teachings crap bandied about, but it's not as though he gave them to you directly, right? He has. Huh? If you prefer, I can let you hear Chainsaw Man speak for himself now. Uh-huh? What? Aw, that is adorable. He's waiting for a phone call. Little does he know that this is where fake Saw Man will take off. What? We can talk to Chainsaw Man? No one mentioned that in the meeting. Nobody told me either. Let's call him together. Here we go. Chainsaw Man! Greetings. I am Chainsaw Man. I'm coming to you from the Chainsaw Man Church. It's like his whole identity has been stolen. Yes, the rumors are true. My body is halfway between human and devil. I gained the power to turn into Chainsaw Man in a fateful encounter with the Justice Devil. The reason I fight? I fight to create a world without devils. In a devilless world, Adam and Eve will... Chigow! Denji? I've never thought that stuff. I don't fight for any reason. I died a gazillion times, and next thing I knew, people were calling me Chainsaw Man on their own. Your guy isn't Chainsaw Man. I'm more Chainsaw Man than him. There. Nayuta's like, it's 3 a.m., dude. Go to bed. Solid chapter. I don't see any participation in the chat just yet, but that is okay. And for whatever reason, Viz keeps doing this, so I keep having to look at the upper right-hand corner of my screen and scroll to the first page because it puts me at the end page all the time. But quick hydration break. I will be right back. All right, you guys did not like the hydration break. I see we lost 2 viewers while I did that, but continuing on. So, chapter 135, Sentimental Drive. On a television program late last night, Chainsaw Man revealed his human form. Although he hid his face with a hat, his handsome looks are causing a stir. Supposedly, phone calls to the Chainsaw Man Church from prospective members are currently surging. Additionally, Because this self-proclaimed Chainsaw Man did not transform on the program, some are calling his claims into question. There's no way this stand-up guy is Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is stupid and crude and simple-minded, but he saved my life multiple times. Is Chainsaw Man truly your prince in shining armor? Pawn! Yes, perhaps he saved your life, but he's my mortal enemy, and I plan to kill him. How could you fall in love with Chainsaw Man of all people? I have not! It's not like I like him, it's just he's saved me again and again. You fall for men so easily, Asa. Yoru, are you in a good mood or something? Normally you fly into a rage when I say so much as one good word about Chainsaw Man. War draws nigh. Falling Devil's mere presence temporarily reversed gravity in places all over the world. All nations suffered damage and simultaneously became poorer. When humans want money, they always go to war, and once they do, they will all remember and fear me. Okay, quick pause. Interesting that Fami said what she said to Asa at the aquarium when she said when humans are desperate for food, that's when she can strike. That's when famine gets most powerful. And this now connection to Yoru with money, I like it. If you get your strength back, won't you not need to kill Chainsaw Man anymore? Of course I will. I'll use my renewed strength to kill him. It's time you got your head out of the clouds. Forget he ever saved you. That's like telling someone not to love someone else if they're already in love, you know? Just doesn't work. No flashbacks. I told you to forget it. How can I help it? The memories well up on their own. Then don't think, fool. Sentimental Drive, written by Asa. Fujimoto's cooking. The day we went on our first motorcycle ride, I felt your body heat for the very first time. Your head was a chainsaw, yet I couldn't deny that your warmth was human, that of someone alive. In retrospect, every time you save my life, my body's cold as can be, as frozen as ice. Although I'm doomed to always end up all alone, you always came to my rescue. That much I know. Don't recite some embarrassing poem. It's a poetry reading. This reminds me of another character from a series we read, Dandadan. Her name is Rin, and that is all you're gonna get. You're eating that plane? Here's Fami. Yeah! Put him up. When did you get there? Can I eat this? The door was locked. How did you get in? Can I eat this? What's her deal? Famine, what do you want? Can I eat this? I don't know if she's being polite or literally she is not allowed to eat something unless someone gives her permission to do so. I'm here to grant both of your wishes. Our wishes? Yeah, can I look in your fridge? Leave at once or I kill you. Asa wants to help Chainsaw Man. Yoru wants to kill him. It's possible to choose both. How? At the moment, Chainsaw Man has given up on fighting devils to lead an ordinary human life. Huh? The problem is that Chainsaw Man's own heart prevents him from being an ordinary human. Even weakling devils can become powerful by eating strong devils, those who are feared. Okay, I emphasize that, but while I was finishing that statement, I remembered back to the gun devil, so that makes sense. It's why devils are constantly after him, trapping him in a cycle of violence. Many of the Chainsaw Man Church's followers were saved by Chainsaw Man. We want to save him this time. We're hunting down all the devils in the town so that he won't have to fight. If everyone forgets about Chainsaw Man, he'll grow weak as a devil, and then he can live an ordinary life. I want you to join the Chainsaw Man Church and fight with us, Asa. Why? Someone who's been saved should want to return the favor. Save Chainsaw Man? You must be joking. Even if Asa agrees, I refuse. Is it the red Chainsaw Man you want to fight, Yoru? Excuse me? Isn't it this black Chainsaw Man? Oh! Black Chainsaw Man and Red Chainsaw Man are not the same person. I'm not surprised you didn't realize, since we sisters have no interest in faces, human or devil. If you want to fight Black Chainsaw Man, you'll need to turn Red Chainsaw Man back into an ordinary human. The Chainsaw Man that Asa wants to save and the Chainsaw Man that Yoru wants to kill are different beings. Join the Chainsaw Man Church and you can help each other. But why should we trust you? You were secretly manipulating things that time with Yuko. I don't think that... am I tripping, page 16, or is that a bad translation? You were secretly manipulating things that time with Yuko. No, just the way I read it. And at the aquarium. And this Chainsaw Man Church is totally fishy. But also, could you not leave my fridge open? And for that matter, oh, that Chainsaw Man on TV was totally phony too. Correct, he's a fake. A double to protect Chainsaw Man from devils. You don't have to trust me. I'm asking you to trust the church's followers. They're honestly trying to save Chainsaw Man. In other news, today in the early hours of the morning, a member of the Chainsaw Man Church defeated the Carpenter Bee Devil that had infested an apartment building here in Tokyo. This female high school student is making headlines for defeating over 10 devils this month alone, despite not being a devil hunter. She's a volunteer, right? It's admirable. Isn't she paid with the believer's money? How to put it? Quit playing devil hunter. That Chainsaw Man Church member, you know, Asa Mataka? I heard it wasn't Chainsaw Man who defeated the Eternity Devil at the aquarium. It was actually Asa. Someone said they saw her fight a devil at school, too. There's even a report that Asa Mataka was in the apartment building that Cockroach Devil destroyed. Maybe all of Chainsaw Man's kills were actually Mataka. Asa Mataka? Question mark? All right, he's looking a little Broly in the arms, the forearms, I mean. Like, has he been working out? I kind of feel like he has. Another good chapter. Feimin's making her move. Now, the only question that I have, and I was reading through it just to get through it, is, oh my god, I've not changed the Chainsaw Man music. My bad, guys. Sherm, how's it going? Double BB, yes, she is shifty. I will change the music for the next chapters, but again, this is on my brain not working properly while I'm by myself. But to kind of elaborate what I was going on with that, is there truly a difference between Red Chainsaw Man and Black Chainsaw Man? I know that Makima was able to elicit a response from the Black Chainsaw Man when she killed Denji's dream the first time. So the only way that I can think that this works is if you make Chainsaw Man weak enough to where he actually loses, Black Chainsaw Man might have to come out. Interesting. And again, I feel like Feimi is in a very unique position to where she doesn't want humanity to perish, but I feel like she has no personal animosity versus Chainsaw Man like Yoru does. So even though they are forming a temporary alliance similar to One Piece, Law, and Luffy, I don't believe at the end that they would be on the same side because their end goals are not the same. She is very calculated, though. I will give her that. And she also has those earrings. These ripcords. I don't know. Oh, and shout out to Asa with the Kill la Kill half sword weapon that she has. Likely it was a pair of scissors that she had, would be my guess. I don't know what that bug thing is. It's like a spider thing. It says Carpenter Bee Devil, but I don't know. That doesn't really look like a Carpenter Bee. But it is a devil, so who's to say? Alright, let me change the music, and then I will get into chapter 136. Again, my bad for the first two chapters. Alright, chapter 136, Normal Life. Denji's going through the motions at this point. Hey, is that a Chainsaw Man shirt? Who are you? You should know that, like, among the well-informed, there's this theory that Chainsaw Man is stealing all the credit for Asa Mataka's accomplishments. She's a student at our school. Huh? Assuming it's true, do you still plan on wearing Chainsaw Man clothes? Because, in a sense, you'd be supporting a victimizer. What? Hey, you two, did I just hear you dissing Chainsaw Man? Who are you? What's with you dudes? In the name of Chainsaw Man, I'll punish you! Dude, come on. Are you listening to me, Denji? You're lucky I'm not suspending you. You know what? In my experience, kids without parents are quick to start fights. I cannot stand bureaucracy. Next time, it's the red card for you. Got it? I hear you put the other guy in the hospital. He lost one tooth. Well, I guess even ordinary high schoolers get into fights. Not that I'd really know either. Think skipping school to hang out would make us ordinary high schoolers? That's a devil at the front, right? Everyone knows we're cutting class. This isn't that fun, is it? No talking during the movie. At least Denji has the etiquette for the movie theater. Everyone evacuated. Who's gonna complain? So it is an actual devil. 32 minutes ago, a devil appeared in the theater. It was killed by the theater's devil hunters within a mere 2 minutes. All that's left is to remove the body. Even without Oh, hold on! I just had a Jimmy Neutron brain blast. I wonder what the culture is like surrounding movie making. So, recently, I would say within the last year or so, I've really been expanding my horizons as it relates to horror films. I've gone through a lot of the classics. I've not yet watched all of them, but to give you an example, I just watched Saw last Sunday, and I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it really held up over time. But how I wanted to connect this to Chainsaw Man is, do they even allow horror movies to be made? Because I feel like a bestseller or a summer blockbuster like the Chainsaw Man Massacre in Texas, which I'm pretty sure was in the 2000s. I could be wrong, but one, did that event happen in real life in the Chainsaw Man universe? Two, did they make a movie on it? And three, does watching that movie make Denji more powerful? And then, if you want to go even crazier, with this whole hierarchy of society, so in another series we read again Dandadan with the Illuminati, is there a secret society of maybe even devils that are a producer? So is Steven Spielberg a devil that is just secretly just trying to power up his friends that are devils as well? It's a cool little fun thought. I'll have to keep that in mind when I talk about this volume with Vante. Alright, where am I at? All that's left is to remove the body. Even without Chainsaw Man, problems get solved. You aren't the protagonist of this movie. It's not like the world will end without you. Oh, looks like she made it here before the corpse collectors. Huh? A girl in my class wants to have a date with you. I set you two up. Bye. Knock her socks off. Hey. Is this what it's like to be normal? Yeah, it is. Oh, I have seen this panel before. It goes, what the hell is Fujimoto doing? Oh my god. He's actually cooking. Fujimoto, what have you done? It's a vicious circle. And they use this picture of Denji alone in the theater to showcase the thought process of a Chainsaw Man manga reader. Denji has reached almost a similar point that he did with Makima. He's not quite at that valley yet, but I feel like he's fast approaching. Sorry, like, I'm super down in the dumps right now. I'm an amazing person, but I doubt I'm gonna be all that charming today. All of this stuff I can't do now, and I don't know what to do with myself. What even am I getting at? I guess I just want to be alone right now. So like, huh? What? Is this what I think it is? Is she, you know, downward? Oh, well. Kind of. Who are you, you little freak? What? Huh? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because Chap could clip that, but... Interesting, interesting. I have to change the music. That was weird. I have to change the music, otherwise I wouldn't be able to think for this discussion section. This is very forward. Do I know who you are? I don't think so. And it's not like she has the circular eyes like Emu, I mean Mihawk, I mean Makima, I mean Fami, I mean Yoru. Who is this little freak? Alright, let's take a look at chat. Alright, 137. Welcome, Pug. It could desensitize them, possibly, or could have the reverse effect. Yeah, so sure, it could go either way. I mean, Plug, that's kind of what I was getting at, to where would the theaters have to have a Devil Hunter on retainer because of horror films that they showcase? Possibly. The super weirdo. Oh. And, you know, Yoshida, I do not trust his immediate words. I will say I do feel like he is upholding his own sense of justice as it relates to Denji not being Chainsaw Man. Where I'm going with that is I think this woman, in quotation marks, I think she could be an escort. Maybe she's being paid to do this, because no one has really noticed Denji. At least not as far as I've seen or any of the viewers have seen. But again, this could be a Rin type of situation from Dandadan. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Welcome, Guilty Necks. That's a new name, unless you changed your screen name. That's a good point, too. So thank you for sharing. All right, let me change the music again. I will get into 137. This is one that people are excited about. So again, let me not spoil myself and go to the beginning of the chapter. If you guys are liking today's reaction, normally this is a dual reaction channel. So Vante is feeling very ill today. So he is getting his much needed rest. I'm taking over, but he shall return next Tuesday when we go to volume 17 of the series and chapter 215 of Dandadan. So do stay tuned for that. And then before I start, I will say that we just released season 8 episode 3 of My Hero Academia, our favorite episode of the series so far. So check that out if you're interested. Hey senpai, you're a virgin, right? Right? Huh? You want to have sex with me, don't you? I've got nothing better to do anyway. Go lick that dead devil. Do that for me, and I'll let you have sex with me. Chapter 137. Choo choo, lovely. Muni muni, mura mura. Intentionally, they didn't translate that? Okay, you're kind of sketchy. Huh? A girl suddenly approaching me? It's like way too convenient. Okay, I'm glad he's at least got his guardrails up. For starters, why would you want to have a date with me when we've never even met? Well, look, I've matured. I don't fall for honey traps anymore. Character progression? Damn, Denji. I respect it. Besides, I'm sick and tired of mindlessly obeying somebody for the bait that's dangled right in front of me. Alright, so he caught on to Yoshida. Got it? Then get out of here. Oh, you. Oh my god, he got me. This is all in his head. And have some respect for yourself. Licka licka, pedo pedo pedo, pedo pedo pedo. What? Do it like you're sucking a popsicle, senpai. Oh, Denji. Oh, you're down so bad, my guy. Hyuk, hyuk. Ha ha ha. He. She's cute. We're gonna have sex at a karaoke place? We could never get a room at a love hotel in school uniforms. True. Plus, a friend of a friend works here part-time. They'll turn a blind eye. Well, in that case, shall we get to it? Before we begin... Smooch, smooch, lovely, gropey, gropey, horny, horny, jiggle, jiggle, boing, schlick, lickety. Oh my god. I'm not about to... Am I about to? Alright guys, you have to like the stream for me. I have to see if you really want it. I will continue this karaoke session, but... I'm waiting. Like the video. Alright, I'll continue. Smooch, smooch, lovely, gropey, gropey, horny, horny, jiggle, jiggle, boing, schlick, licky, licky. Smooch, smooch, lovely, gropey, gropey, horny, horny, jiggle, jiggle, boing, schlick, licky, licky. Huh? She's singing? Seems like it wasn't a trap, though. That's good, I guess. Smooch, smooch, lovey, gropey, gropey, horny, horny, jiggle, jiggle, boing, schlick, licky, licky. I'm kind of having fun, so I'll roll with it. Maybe being normal ain't so bad after all. That girl's got rock and roll. Rip off her pantyhose. Vavoom. See-through body exposed. You stalkers can't deny your kinky pleasures. Now it's almost time to march together. Final. 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 So, oh my god, what is happening? Are they coming after him because of what he did to the Chainsaw Man church? This is ridiculous, guys. Alumni, 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 illumin meaning of rock. They need to get the, you know, they need to get the Dandadan group in here, the Hayashi band. Bitch, you get you, middle-aged slashers, the old-timer crew on their deathbeds the whole year through, living out diners because they laid off too. Oh. They're lined up off the hallway. What is happening? I was sweating to start the stream. This chapter is incredible. All right, she's just saying the same thing. I'm not saying it again. A slender waist masterpiece, salons and host clubs. Forever have a place. Support, stress, job, stress. Males and females, that's the eternal race. Oh my god, he is clocking these people. So he's going on the offensive. Justice, game, lust, slave, uncontrollable desire. The suitcase holds the rope, duct tape, and a box cutter. Oh my god, he got a mean look in his eye. You aren't gonna sing the second verse? This seems more fun. Okay, after I have a quick discussion on this chapter, I for sure will need some rehydration because that was a lot of fun. That chapter was a lot of fun. I can't believe the first part of this chapter was all in Denji's head. But also, because Yoshida did introduce this woman to Denji, did he have wrong intel or was this on purpose? Like, I don't know. All right, let me go back through chat. Just give me a second. Yeah, can't wait for this to get animated. A fan animation of this? Oh, I'm sure. He thought about character development. Sure, that's great. The same band that did ending 3 of... Wait, this is like an actual song? What's this actual song called? I might actually look this up real quick. I don't know if I will play it, but I will definitely save it for later. I think... Did Gav put in? Maximum the Hormone. I guess Chainsaw Man? Or is that the name of the band? That might be the name of the band. Oh, did they do the... Oh, they did the song for the Reze movie. I sent that to Avante. We might do a reaction to that, guys, or we might just keep something in store for us as a surprise for the movie reaction, because the movie reaction will be coming to the channel. Oh, that's crazy. It's an actual song. Oh my. Yeah, plug the translation. I did the best that I could. I definitely noticed that it's not one for one with the translations, but most translations aren't, so that makes sense. Yeah, Gav, if you wanted to post it in Discord, that would be greatly appreciated. I will go ahead and share a link to our Discord. I thought I had a link. I don't know if this is going to work. I've never tried copying from a video before. Nope, didn't work. All right, give me 1 second. I will get the Discord link, and then it is time for some water. Oh, this is so much fun. So much fun. All right, here is the actual link to our Discord. Feel free to show up, and I will welcome you at the end of the stream. And then let me go ahead and grab that water like I was talking about. One sec, guys. Okay, so it's actually called Choo Choo Lovely. That's wild. Alrighty, let's get into the latest chapter. Chapter 138, find out who this freak is. I do not condone violence versus women, but hey, if she's got a bat, that is self-defense. Chapter 138, Sword Man. Alright, she's running at him with a smile. There's an actual gun. She throws the bat at the guy with the gun. Huh? Jeez, it's only a model gun. Don't scare me like that. Makes sense, though. Guys attacking with baseball bats wouldn't have a gun, would they? Aren't you my enemy? Huh? Why would I be your enemy? You were freaking singing while I fought those dudes. Her name is Fumiko Mifune. She's your junior. Why are you here? I'm with Public Safety Division, Extermination Special Division 7. I'm in charge of guarding you and other stuff during your student life, Denji-senpai. And that's why I'm in high school at age 22. I knew she was a woman. I knew it. If you're my bodyguard, how come you kept singing while I got attacked? Why is that? 'Cause I don't want my songs getting interrupted. What is wrong with you guys? Anyway, you are Chainsaw Man. Getting attacked by someone who knows your identity comes with the territory. That's why I assigned a bodyguard to you. No possessions we can use to identify them. I thought as much. So, Chainsaw Man's strong even when he doesn't transform, huh? I was impressed. You were super cool, you know? You're only coming on to me as a part of your job, right? Talk about a letdown. I really am into you though, senpai. You are? How could I not be? Senpai, you're the one and only Chainsaw Man. As for you, do your job. Ow! Sorry, Denji. I'll set her straight. You won't have to fight again. No, sure. You know, this was actually... Dare I say, this was one of his better dates? This might be his best date, not gonna lie. In our next segment, we'll be looking into the beautiful high school devil hunter everyone's been talking about. Beautiful? The buzz about the beauty. This recognition we're receiving isn't so bad. I feel as though a thirst of mine is being quenched. We aren't doing this for the praise, though. We're doing it to save Chainsaw Man. Indeed, we do this to kill Chainsaw Man. One ear out the other. Still, it's maddening to think that Chainsaw Man also experienced this rush. Fame doesn't feel so great to me. In fact, it creeps me out. Why? Why? Because it's an invasion of my privacy or something. Huh. Is she just tired? Or... I can't really tell. The way that Fujimoto draws her eyes in those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 panels is odd. And why would she... Invasion of my pra... I might be looking into it too much, but that's a weird page. I guess it's like a goofy smile at the bottom. Now she's on the poster. Chainsaw Man Church membership. Join the Chainsaw Man Church. Support Chainsaw Man and Asa as a Chainsaw Man Church member. Ticks you off, doesn't it? How they're putting Chainsaw Man side by side with some fresh-faced nobody. Is this Isayumi? Asa Mitaka, Chainsaw Man Church poster girl / high school student. They say scars appear on her face when she fights devils. A pretty memorable character, isn't she? Why do strangers keep talking to me lately? You don't know me? It's cool. I don't remember you either. You ought to know me, though, Chainsaw Man. Okay, for real, who are you? Or is this the assassin that got away? If they call you Chainsaw Man, that'd make me Sword Man. Let's go with that. Seriously, who is this loser? So, whoever fought him, the Sword Devil, was the pawn of Makima. We know that Chainsaw Man, his Black Chainsaw Man form, absolutely destroyed all of those weapons. And we never got to see the face of... I thought there was a sword, like a lance, or a spear, and then there was a flamethrower, or maybe like a whip devil. So those 4 could be unnamed 4 young adults. Let's just go with, since... What weirdo? Like, I don't even remember her name. What's her name? Going back. Fumiko. What's wrong with you? Sherm. FBI, open up. And Yoru can read her mind because she shares the same brain. So that dumb smile that she has, she's a talker. She's just yapping. Yep, because they're immortal. They don't necessarily die. It also makes me think maybe Fumiko could be one of those. Again, she seemed confident that all of the attackers with baseball bats, and even one with a gun, were of no concern to her. That could be looking into it. Ooh! I don't even want to say that thought out loud. It was just like a stream of consciousness thought. I'll say it, but I don't like how I feel directly after I thought it. I was thinking, is it possible that Kobani had a contract with one of those devils? So the Sword Devil, the Flamethrower Devil, the Spear Devil, or the Whip Devil? Possibly. Early concept. He is a pretty boy. And I want to say he was the same one that was talking and claiming to be Chainsaw Man. I think. But this is definitely the same guy on the volume cover. Fumiko. She's weird. All right, let me take a quick swig of water. I will be right back. Hey, I gained an extra viewer this time. That's what I like to see. Alright, so I have to go to the beginning of chapter 139 because I'm not going to start from the end, of course. Chapter 139, A Chair's Feelings. Oh god. Does this jog your memory? When you fought Makima, a pretty strong sword wielder should have been there too. Yeah, that's right. That was me. Nope. Long story, but I'm not the one who fought that battle. Huh? Wait, you're not? Look, I gotta go to school. Gone. Oh my god, is this like Bleach? Everyone's transferring into Denji's class? My god. I transferred here from Kanagawa. My name's Miri Sugo. My hobbies are running and playing the piano. Is he a hunk or what? He's like a mashup of Denji and the student council president. One more thing. I'm not here to make friends, so don't talk to me, you pieces of trash. Do you have a girlfriend? Were you in a club at your old school? You have to play piano for us. They won't shut up. Hey Denji, will you get rid of them for me? He's like a fanboy of Denji. I love this. What do you want, dude? Spit it out already. It's private. Oh, don't mind me. I know what's up. I'm a public safety dog. You're with public safety? Are you serious? Whatever. I'm here as a Chainsaw Man church messenger. The weapons walk with the Chainsaw Man church. Join us, Denji. Join me. The weapons? We're a community of people like you. People who can turn into devils. Most of the church's top brass are weapons. They're promising you a pretty high position if you join. Wait. Not even the top? He is Chainsaw Man. Well, I guess this is kind of where like the church becomes bigger than the religious idol type of situation. Wait. It's there's my quirk. Next panel. It's the Chainsaw Man church. You gotta make Chainsaw Man the church's leader. Anything less is disrespectful to Senpai, don't you think? Yeah, what she said. Hey, it's a pretty good offer. You only need to pitch in a little with jobs they give you, and you could do whatever else you want. You can even turn down jobs you don't want to do. You can spend as much money as you want to. I go to the arcade and eat steak every day. There's something depressing about that, and that's the conversation as it relates to rich people, to where they have all the money to do whatever they wanted to do before they had money, and then once they get all that money, it's like life is meaningless. But we'll see if Denji feels the same way. Steak every day? Wouldn't you get tired of steak if you ate it every day? I'd go with sushi. Yeah, sushi. I could never get tired of sushi. My one meal would be chicken Alfredo all day, every day. Oh, I'd want a daily parfait too if I could get it. I'd never get tired of parfaits either, even if I had one every single day. I'd never get tired of Chinese food, even if I ate it for every meal. The food is not the point, you idiots. What are you, little kids? I didn't take this job to chit-chat about infantile crap. Denji, you should understand. I should? I spent my entire life being used like a tool by worthless bastards. I heard it was the same for you. See? That look says, bingo. Am I right? Bingo. I'm not about to worship you, but I am grateful to you with every passing day. In the Chainsaw Man Church, I'm truly free. I realize something. My body, my brain, I ought to use them for myself. Join me in the Chainsaw Man Church. I'll protect you from public safety and that sushi woman. You transferred schools to give Senpai a recruitment pitch? Wait, Sugo, are you sure you aren't being taken advantage of again? Huh, I'm not. I'm doing this of my own free will. Chainsaw Man, of all people, being a chair, it doesn't sit right with me. But, I'm not reading that either. Chairs are like content in their own way, you know? Yeah, maybe I can't eat steak every day, but I do eat pot stickers and ice cream and other tasty foods. I'm happy with my normal life. Plus, a normal life was my dream. I'm not joining the Chainsaw Man Church. Sugo looks so disappointed. Forget it. Let's get one thing straight. I didn't transfer here just to recruit you. I wanted to be your friend, Denji. Because you're the one who killed Makima and freed me. Alright, Reize, Guangxi, other weapons, they're now free. Does he realize that yet? I see him looking at Sugo as he walks away. That would be the first light bulb that goes off in my mind. Like, Reize is still alive, theoretically. I don't know whether she was taken back to the Soviet Union, whether she was put in prison by public safety. That's a question he's got to ask. We have to bring back our boy Kishibe, for the love of God. Too bad. If you came with me, you could sleep with all the women you want. Creak. How did he beat him there? Down the stairs? What the? Did you teleport? I've given what you said a lot of thought about whether I've been somebody else's tool, I mean. You're damn right I was a tool. Chainsaw Man Church? Sign me up. And I forgot to change the music again. Guys, I am so sorry. Just not in the right state of mind. So that pug was a theory if a devil could make a contract with a human and then go inside of another person and be a hybrid person/devil. That's what I meant by that. Yeah, Denji. Did you teleport? I like Sugo. Sushi woman, I will call her that because Mifune. You got some questions to answer, woman. You're preying on youngins. I'll say youngins. All right, we're kind of speeding by this volume. I already can't talk, so 1 second while I rehydrate. Guys, do the same. I will meet you in 10 seconds. And in case you're wondering, I do not like people looking at me while I drink or eat, so I turned my camera off. All right, Chainsaw Man background music. I am down 3, so 3 strikes and I'm out. Whoa! This building is gnarly. Chapter 140, Scales. The building apparently originally belonged to some cult. So they went from one cult to another. The Chainsaw Man Church absorbed the cult and took everything, building and all. Awesome, right? We vanquished evil. Hey, where are all those all-you-can-sleep with girls? Take it easy, we'll get to that. Short Stuff's gonna give you the tour first. I'll be your, guide. Your guide. Nobuna Higashimiyama. Alright, so that's... Wait, do we know Kobani's last name? Don't catch me lying. Architecture is really nice in here. Dude, it's almost all students. Good eye. You see, the Chainsaw Man Church is run by a body of students rather than adults. The adults' mental faculties are diminished because of an American ultraviolet ray weapon in Japan's air. That's why the students are forming the Chainsaw Man Church together. America's the freaking worst. Are you for real? It's really, it's for real. Chainsaw Man's devil powers give him supervision. That's how he discovered it. They're really, for real dangerous. America and adults both. Hey, what's that room? It's the Chainsaw Man Wedding Chapel. What? I would love to send that panel to Avante without context. I think that would just be the perfect, just little cherry on top. That's right. In the room next over, Denji, you'll have SEX with a girl. Oh, I will? Yeah, and then you'll marry her in the chapel, and after that, you'll join the Chainsaw Man Church. Say what? I'm not gonna marry her. What the hell are you talking about? Huh? Wait, what? Gotta be a good tour guide. In the Chainsaw Man Church, we encourage student marriages, and, oh, that's it. The current system of getting married after you become an adult was brought over from America. Chainsaw Man saw it for what it really is, a system for controlling Japanese people as slaves. Marrying as students and then raising the resulting children in the Chainsaw Man Church is the most natural marriage system. For real though, America's the freaking worst. You lying sacks of crap. I want to have sex, but I didn't want to get married. Huh? Why the hell not? I never found no American ultraviolet whatever either. Huh? For real, you didn't? Of course not. I mean, yeah, maybe we lie. Make that embellish things a little. But it's true that Chainsaw Man Church has saved a bunch of people. Does that make it okay to make crap up and force kids to get married, though? You're a kid too, you piece of trash. You came with me without a second thought. Without a second thought? I thought this through logically, and I'm being logical too, man. If we save 100 people, it's no big deal if one person gets screwed in the process, right? Oh my goodness gracious. This is... Not to get political, this is the current environment. There is an analogy that is used that one political party would rather feed 100 people and have the risk of one of them not deserving food, and the other political party would risk not feeding 100 people for the sake of not allowing one person who shouldn't be eating to eat. Don't fight. I can guide you like that. Hey, our next stop is a fun one. It's called the Chainsaw Man bathroom. And what? That'll do, Nobuna. Go back to your usual duties. Yes, sir. Hey, I brought him like you said. Talk some sense in this idiot for me, will you? Hey there. Long time no see, or so I'm told. But since neither of us remember each other, put her there. I'm Barum. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, nope. Yeah. What'd you do that for? I'll F you up, butt munch. Fine by me. If you did, Chainsaw Man might come to save me. I wonder why he hasn't been fighting devils lately. It's quite the mystery. Hey, what do you think would bring Chainsaw Man back? Like I care. What are we to do? Would he come back if a big bad devil tore up Tokyo? Tokyo will be fine, even without Chainsaw Man. It has devil hunters. Plus, there's Asa. Oh, you know Asa? Are you friends? Shut up. Well, I guess she's been on TV lately. A cute, dumb girl is a good catch. This guy has psycho vibes. Psychotic vibes. Does that mean killing Asa Mitaka will bring back Chainsaw Man? Nailed it. Nailed it. What are you... Picture weighing the following on a pair of scales. And I love how Fujimoto has paneled this. Just well done. On the right side, place a peaceful, wonderful, everyday life. Friends, family, your pet, cats, and dogs. On the left side, just one thing. The starter that transforms you into Chainsaw Man. Which side is heavier? Fujimoto's in his motherfucking bag. Let go. I'm out of this crazy place. We'll be seeing you, Chainsaw Man. Enjoy your normal life while you can. But they have successfully planted the seeds of doubt. He cannot be a country mouse for much longer. Brilliant chapter. Brilliant. Okay, so officially her brother. America's the freaking worst. I mean, at this point, guys, what do you want me to say? I have sung the praises of Fujimoto from start to finish. It's just incredible. The way that he's able to meld together comedy, like seriousness, characterization, character progression with Denji, doing this world building with the Church of Chainsaw Man. And that's one thing that I've really thought about in terms of not necessarily religion, but more so along the lines of societal thinking. So to use an example, and again, I don't condone this, there are certain states within the United States that have different ages for marriage. Now, some of them, as far as I'm aware, can go down into the teens, early teens. So, with consent from the parent, there can be child marriages between a full-fledged adult and a child. And there are other people who do not like same-sex marriages. It's quite interesting how a society of people will, on one hand, excuse one thing, but they won't excuse or accept another. But on the same hand, it also, with this chapter, makes me think that someone's pulling the strings behind the scenes. Now, would it be an interesting plot twist if it was Kishibe? I think so. He got a first-hand experience of seeing just how well that Makima was able to control the masses from behind the scenes. And if he is looking to uphold society in general, what do you do, hypothetically, if you had a wild card like Denji on the table? You would play to what he likes, right? You would offer him women, you would offer him food, you would offer him security, safety, a normal life. So on one hand, I can see Kishibe being at the top of this. what I think would be really cool is, let's just say it was a young, either teenager or even like the girl that was in the manga original chapter for the Muscle Devil. Like, what if she was the heir to a billionaire, and like her billionaire parents died and left her all this money, and she decided to pay back Chainsaw Man, that she would make this cult for him. There's so many things to talk about with this particular chapter, and I really wish Vante was here for this one specifically. We're really getting at the heart of what sort of societal critique that Fujimoto is trying to do. And even this other guy who has his tie tucked into his pocket in his front pocket of his shirt, he's one of the other weapons, I'm guessing. I don't know who it could be. It could be Whip. It could be, I don't know. Whip looked a little feminine, so I would say either spear or possibly flamethrower. He seems to be, pun intended, stoking the flames for Denji, so my guess would probably be flamethrower would be my first guess. And unfortunately, Denji doesn't have the emotional capacity to put on a poker face. This guy very easily was able to ascertain that Asa is important to Denji, even though they currently don't have any sort of relationship to one another. Does that mean killing Asa Mataka will bring back Chainsaw Man? Man, which side is heavier? Yeah, this is one of my favorite chapters from the entire series. He is the flamethrower devil. Wait, oh, was he walking with her to the graveyard? Oh, I kind of want to go back and look at that. I'll look at it later. I believe you, Pug, but that's a great share. Awesome. Yeah, so quick swig of water. I will be right back again. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Again, normally dual reaction channel, as some of you should know, but Vante, he's sick with COVID, so I will be taking over the reins for tonight. Just got done with... oh my god, I closed it out. What am I doing? I think I was just on chapter... What chapter was I on, guys? Was that 140? 141? I am the worst. You want to talk about America's the worst? No, I'm the worst. What chapter was that? I just closed it out without even thinking. Chapter 140. Sorry. Losing my mind, guys. Yeah, it was those ultraviolet death rays. Yep, get your water up, guys. Okay, so chapter 141, as a reminder, guys, I will be reading the entirety of volume 16 tonight, so I will be going up to chapter 143. Chapter 141, Normal Life Plus. Chainsaw Man curry buns, 99 to 49 yen. Nayuta with the side eye, I noticed that. Oh, she's so full of energy. And there's a devil right there. And here come the devil hunters. See, what worries me about page 2, this hesitation of Denji to transform. What if... and again, this is an innuendo type of joke. What if he can't perform the next time that he needs to? Because either he hasn't done it in a while, he's nervous, he has been getting weaker according to Fami's plan. Interesting thought now, isn't it? Oh, and I did not change the music. I'm the worst. America, you're the freaking worst. We might get that on a shirt for Chainsaw Man. All right, continuing. All right, they bought a whole bunch of curry buns. A whole bunch of dogs in that little ass apartment. All right, taking a bath, brushing their teeth, sleeping, or at least trying to. Oh. Again, Fujimoto is cooking this volume. Page 7 is so great. It is like the scales have been manifested in front of him. Looks to his left, sees Nayata, the dogs, Meowie. Looks to the right, sees a poster of himself as Chainsaw Man. Just the best. I love this series. Can't sleep? Hey, what's gonna happen to me from here on out? After I graduate and get a job, will I be happier than I am now? Are you unhappy, Denji? I don't know. You're a hopeless little Denji. I'll stay with you for the rest of your life. Then you'll be happy too, right? 'Cause I'm just that cute. Okay, before I turn the page, because I'm getting an uneasy feeling about this conversation, God forbid, if anything were to happen to Nayata, he is immediately rage transforming. So if Yoru decides to get her get back on Nayata, I do not wish it. I wish I hadn't said it out loud, but it's something I must mention. Because he's about to have a crash out if that happens. Tomorrow is the Chainsaw Man Church's day of worship. The followers won't hunt any devils that appear, but the civilian and public safety devil hunters will come crawling out like cockroaches. If we keep killing them, Chainsaw Man's sense of justice will brim over, and he'll arrive to defeat the devils. I hope he comes. Alright, so these are the 4 weapons. Flamethrower, whip. Oh my god, is she blind? That is some dark sunglasses. Hey, why go this far to jaw Chainsaw Man out? Tell me too. Tomorrow we are weapons. Discard all other thoughts. I'm a human. Let me think for myself. If that's not the entire manga right there. He's right. We're humans. We're also weapons. And devils too. Do you know what these 3 things have in common? They're all hard to spell. Wrong. Humans, weapons, and devils were all born to kill. And that's why God will forgive us no matter how many people we kill tomorrow. Nayata, oh my god, I am so sorry. You little sweet thing. Shout out to the family burger joint. I did not miss that at the end. And only a 14-page chapter, so I can understand why some people would be upset with the weekly experience. Vante and I have still not decided if we are going to be volume readers or if we are going to be, each time a chapter drops, we'll go live. We'll still have a poll on it. I mean, that's the plan as of now. Fujimoto loves his Spider-Man. I mean, and then going back to Spider-Man for just a second, the Uncle Ben famous, almost cliche point that he made as he was dying, like, with great power comes great responsibility. If Denji is not saving as many people as he can with his Chainsaw Man form, then he's doing the public a disservice. I find it really interesting how Yoshida and Co. have set up this normal life for Denji almost to his detriment, to where mentally, let's just say, for example, you have a star athlete and you tell them, hey, you need to retire or we'll kill your sister. Like, they're always going to have that competitive spirit in them to where they want to win. They want to play the game. They want to be the best. They want the fame and glory. But, like, at the end of the day, I also kind of understand the normal life aspect as well. When I was discussing with Vante about the country mouse versus the city mouse, I'm pretty sure that I answered I was more so of a country mouse, but I have almost these intrusive thoughts to where I want more. And then I come back to like my normal, I guess, frequency, you could say, is I don't need much. A normal life is perfectly fine with me. Can a normal life get boring? Sure. That's one theory why so many middle-aged men, they cheat on their wife. It's because love has gone stale. Like, they're just looking for something new. And monogamy has always been an interesting conversation because there are species in the wild that are polyamorous. There are monogamous examples in nature. I don't think there's any one good solution. Now, that might be a hot take for some people, but to kind of relate it back to Chainsaw Man here, Denji is, I would say quickly, but more accurately, slowly learning that a normal life, it's not all it's cracked up to be. He'd rather take the potential pain or the detriments of being Chainsaw Man just to have the positives that come along with it. I don't know. This is giving me vibes of Makima 2.0 with the whole extermination plan. We'll see where this goes. Again, I'm going to take a quick swig of water and then get into chapter 142. I don't know if I'm ready for what's happening next. Chapter 142. Nope, I'm going to change the music. I lied. Alright, guys. Chapter 142. Again, single page spread unless I see a double spread. Clothing and food. We're at the mall again, which we know oh so great what happened last time. You must be this tall to ride. 110 centimeters. Aww. Ah. You know how I just said I would have these intrusive thoughts about not living a normal life? I think if I saw my daughter in that cute little car being so adorable, like Nayata is being, I think I would forget everything I just said. So you didn't join the Chainsaw Man church after all. Relax, I'm not turning into Chainsaw Man ever again. That's a shame. Turning into Chainsaw Man must feel really good. All the recognition and respect. I imagine you get to experience thrills us ordinary people can never get a taste of. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, you know? Yeah, no kidding. I'd rather die than get watched in the bathroom like What did she just say? I'd rather die than get watched in the bathroom like Chainsaw Man. She's watched him? She's a peeping Tom? Get her away! Oh my god, she's almost worse than Makima at this point. What? Hey, say what? I'm being watched even in the bathroom? Oops, huh? I wasn't supposed to tell you that. Pretend you never heard it. Are you for real? That's totally vile. Oh geez, I've really done it now. I'm gonna get in trouble again. Seriously, you guys are the lowest of the low. I'm gonna get yelled at. I sure feel low. Oh, God, Denji, I'm not saying this. Watching me in the bathroom, you're a total stalker. Who wouldn't want to... Wow! I'm not a stalker. I'm your #1 fan. All right, Syndrome. Call me a fan. My fan? Not a chance. All the women who come on to me hate my guts. Well, sure, I do hate you a tiny bit too. Because Chainsaw Man didn't save my mom and dad. Oh, this chapter took a turn for the worst. Did he save a girl instead of saving a elderly couple? We saw that at the beginning of Chainsaw Man Part 1, where her parents, a part of the elderly that was being held up by the cockroach devil. The town where Chainsaw Man fought the gun fiend. Oh, even worse. I lived there with my family. We just sat down for dinner when our house was destroyed. When I managed to crawl out of the rubble, Chainsaw Man and the gun fiend were there, fighting right before my eyes. I shouted to Chainsaw Man, begged him to rescue my mom and dad, but my voice got drowned out by chainsaw sounds. Chainsaw Man didn't even notice me. Did your mom and dad survive? I also am curious if Fujimoto put Fumiko in that panel that she's talking about. They died, but you don't need to worry about that. Reason being, I don't see Chainsaw Man as a superhero or a god or any of that. When Chainsaw Man turned back into a human that day, I was watching. You were crying, right? When I saw it, I realized for the first time that the one who's been fighting all this time while devils kill him over and over again was just a kid. That was the moment I made up my mind to save him. I'm a huge fan, Denji Senpai. Not a Chainsaw Man fan. A Denji Senpai fan. That's me. I'm a Chainsaw Man fan. Not the time. Oh my god. And this is about to go down in a public area. Man, Japan's Public Safety Commission is impressive. It was no walk in the park making it here without getting spotted, let me tell ya. What do you want? Check it out. Proof of my fandom. My Chainsaw Man lighter. Is that a requirement? Am I slacking? Do I need to get a Chainsaw Man lighter? Will you listen to my fan request? Personally, I want to see Chainsaw Man fighting. I want to see him carving up devils with his chainsaws, getting covered in gore, suffering and struggling and getting killed, and despite it all, returning to life and getting back up again. Moments from now, there'll be a devil attack on this building's first floor. Just a hunch. And if I had to guess, the folks down there will soon be shouting, "Save us, Chainsaw Man." Oh, brother. I hate in any manga, or just in any story really, when children are sacrificed. I get the ominous feeling that children will die. And I know this is the type of world where devils don't really discriminate, We had the Bat Devil in like episode 2 or 3 say, hey, I'm going to eat a pregnant woman or have some children to eat their body parts. Man, this is about to hit the fan so damn hard. November 7th, Gav. Yep, we will be here. We will be reacting to those. Hopefully in the next day or two, I can get some more videos out. We have the Chainsaw Man opening reaction for the movie, the Chainsaw Man ending reaction for the movie, both coming out on the channel. I should be dropping the My Hero ED probably tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but then I got preoccupied with something else. We still have Dandadan, a couple of anime episodes to release. We got some... What else do we got in the backlog? We got a few things, and I'm excited to share that with everyone. Since I am reacting to Volume 16 this week, we will continue with Volume 17 next week. I don't feel like this is a type of generational volume that Vante necessarily needs to react to. If he's feeling up to it, of course, I'll let him. Oh my god, that's arrogant of me. I will say I will encourage him to publish his reaction in a video format, but he is not feeling great with COVID, so I'm not going to force any sort of longer video on him unless he absolutely wants to do it. Oh my god, the end of chapter 143. I only have one more chapter to go. It's about to start to hit the fan, and then I'm going to have to wait a week. This is not fair. And I can say that both for myself and for these children that will get attacked. Damn it, Barum. Damn it. Alright, I have to be really careful with this next one. So chapter 143, this is one of the chapters that Sherm wanted us both to dual react to had we done a dual reaction stream tonight. So again, I'm just going to ask everyone, if you're enjoying tonight's content, like the stream for us. We would greatly appreciate it. Do it for Sugo here. Do it for the butterflies. Do it for the memes. Do it for whatever reason so compels you. And if not, just enjoy. That's all I ask. Listen up, children. Our orders are to make the humans scream as loudly as possible as we kill them. Chapter 143, RAR, spelled with the emo abbreviation, will target women and children. Higher voices, better screams. My suggestion, go for the limbs. Makes the sense of loss immediately visible. The limbs? Did you just call me a child? I'll be 82 this year. Show some respect. An old hag? I'm no old hag. Far from it. I'm eternally young and tough as nails. I'll never die. I'm a superior human specimen. I believe I was chosen by God. Fair enough. That'd make our imminent murder spree a message from God. I like the way you think. Sounds like a true believer. Bro, these guys are cracked. Let's wrap up the cigarettes. The operation begins at 5 on the dot. You were the only one smoking. Tick, 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 tick. This is a message from God. Yeah, a message from God. I am a weapon. Tick, tick, tick. I'm only loaning out my body for a little bit is all. Tick, tick, tick. Oh! She's back, baby! I think. Please. Please be back. If that's who I think it is, based on the hair tuft in the back, it's showtime. You're damn right it is. Bong. Decapitation. Why you? Oh, welcome back, Quanchi babe. Oh, I love her. I love her so much. Oh my god. Eviscerated the sword weapon. The sword devil. Is she... Anyone home? Quanchi? I don't know. She was disinterested before, and especially maybe with her fiends being killed. Maybe now less so than ever, but I don't know. Based on what's underneath her eye patch, I could also see it to where she's being controlled or manipulated by something. Bruh. Little kid looks up. Rawr. Got them. Target suppression confirmed. Prepare to send in Special Division 7, 20 minutes after the media coverage. This just in. Multiple gunmen opened fire inside a department store today. The shooters were Chainsaw Man church followers, and we're setting the narrative. Again, the death toll is unconfirmed at this time. However, the police and the National Devil Extermination Public Safety Commission, they have got to get an acronym for that, have announced their plans to take swift action in response to the emerging possibility of Chainsaw Man church terrorist activities. They'll search the building. If they find the weapons in the basement, we could be charged with treason. Weapons? No one ever told me we had any weapons. What the hell is going on? Gather all combat-trained followers outside the prayer room. Explain what's going on here. I don't know a thing. Never heard a word about it. And neither did you, right, founder? I'm conflicted. Welcome back, Quanchi, but goddamn, is this starting to unravel into all-out war? Yes, that's a pun. Because these two factions have so much animosity towards one another. Like the Chainsaw Man church followers, they were about to just do a massacre at the mall. Quanchi and the Public Safety Division, they are using this as grounds to, quell the other side. Where is Quanchi's head at? Like, Kishibe, we still haven't seen him. This is, how many chapters? We got 98, I think, was part 1. We're 104, like 50 chapters in, we haven't seen Kishibe? Where is he? Yeah, Pug, I assume that. She does not look like she has any spark in her eye. And it could also be the fact that she killed this woman that she's looking at on the ground. Oh my god, rawr. She is so fine. Oh my god. I can fix her. Oh, she's the best. So I think he was the lance, she's probably the whip, which kind of makes sense if she's blind, given she could use like echolocation for the whips. Or maybe her eyes get healed when she turns into her hybrid form, I'm not quite sure. Was it ever stated how she got to this level? Because obviously they are all hybrids. She might have been the first hybrid, so she might have the most experience. But there was a line where Kishibe said if everyone on the planet had a physical contest, she would come out on top of anyone on the planet. So her physical prowess is not just related to her devil power, devil relationship, let's just call it. But I'm curious, like, where does she get this strength from? But single-handedly taking out 3 weapons by herself? Light work. Now, Barum is within striking distance of Nayata, unfortunately. So I really hope he doesn't make a move, because then Chainsaw Man would have to reveal himself. I don't think he would even contemplate the idea of letting Nayuta come to harm if he was there and in a position to assist her. Pug, I have no earthly idea. When we started reading part 2 and we got introduced to Asa, I got the feeling that Asa and Denji would eventually form a relationship with one another, and they still could. I don't need you to confirm that. This is just speculation on my part, of course. But with this confirmation that devil hybrids are functionally immortal, like they don't even age, or at least they age so much slower, so shout out to the Viltrumites from Invincible. I don't know if I still see that. Is Asa considered a hybrid? I would say probably not, because she doesn't have an activation to bring Yoru to the surface. But Yoru and Asa kind of swap out like Gigi and Evil Eye from Dandadan. I don't know. That's a Venn diagram, and it's like a point way off to the side. Like, it's not included in the Venn diagram. We will watch the movie, Pug, when it is released for electronic consumption, because we will record our reaction to it. So whenever it drops in a Crunchyroll format, that's when we will react to it. That's a good point, Pug. How long would Denji be able to live for? I mean, is it a case of diminishing returns to where eventually he will just be so bored with life that the contract will be broken with Pochita and Pochita will return? I will say that Denji has almost a unique wisdom about himself, to where you can think logically how his character will react in any given situation, but then he inverts it. He flips it. He reacts how you wouldn't expect him to. He has an idea that's never been thought of before. He is Fujimoto's fever dream of a character. And because of that, I can never really peg how Denji will react in any given situation. I'm really quite impressed with the fact that so far, through however long this section of the story has been in the universe time, he has stuck to his guns. He has not turned into Chainsaw Man. I feel like it would be an emergency type of situation to where he would then transform into Chainsaw Man. But for now, he is definitely a man of principle, and I respect that. I'd like to think that I'm a man of principle myself. But the thing with having principles is, do you still do it when no one's watching? He is starting to get that itch to be Chainsaw Man again. That is an itch, much like Fumiko was saying, that not a lot of other people have, if any. So he's going to have to make a decision at a certain point. Like, what is too much death? What is too much destruction? What is too much pain for the masses, or even personally for him? Welcome, Osis. I just finished chapter 143, so just having a quick discussion before I finish up here. Vante is unfortunately sick, so I have taken over for tonight individually, and he will be returning, fingers crossed, next week for our reaction to Volume 17. Exactly. Nayuta is keeping him grounded, and that's why I said what I said maybe 2 or 3 chapters ago, to where, God forbid, if something were to happen to her, he loses his tether, just like he lost his tether to reality when Power was killed. So another cool little callback, if you want to say, for Fujimoto, to where his little sister got killed. Again, God forbid, hypothetically speaking, Fujimoto, and what that would do to his mental, to having another family member removed from his life. Oh, Denji, what a great MC. He has been through so much, and I'm just thinking, where is his character arc going to go next? How much pain can one person take before he gives up on his own ideology that he was talking to for Asa? So, again, that's another reason why headcanon, I was thinking the two of them would get together, because they're two strange peas in a pod. I feel like they're a perfect match. Not necessarily that they wouldn't have their struggles, of course, because every relationship does. But I feel like they are close enough in personalities to where they would bring out the best in one another. Denji would give Asa hope. Asa would keep Denji grounded and show him a way to where a normal life with her would be worth living, would be worth giving up Pochita and the Chainsaw Man fantasy. And I know a couple of people are trying to be his friends, like Yoshida, not so much. He's more like a handler. I know Sugo said that he wanted to be Chainsaw Man's friend, but even what he's doing in the name of Chainsaw Man, that's not something I would ever want my friends to do, and I would honestly blacklist them from being my friend if they decided to commit an atrocity on my behalf, in my name, for my purpose, whatever my purpose is. Pug, maybe put him in an MMA ring. Like, I'm not saying he would do very good at it because he's still kind of spindly, but, you know, just give him some form of avenue to release his aggression, this pent-up fighting mentality. Like, put him in a boxing ring. I'm not saying he'll become Floyd Mayweather, of course, but just give him a way to get out this pent-up frustration. Part 3, probably. I can never tell what Fujimoto is going to do on a chapter-by-chapter basis, even. My guess is 3 parts, having the 3 of the 4 Horsemen Devil, and then the 4th part, if we ever get there, would be the final Horseman and the end of the story. But that's crazy. This series is already how many chapters long? Don't get me lying. Let me go back to Chainsaw Man. 217 chapters have already been released. So this is longer than part 1. We do finally have another chapter coming out. Either he was on a break week, or I don't think Shonen Jump was on a break week. I think he was on a break week this week, so it kind of explains why we didn't get as many viewers in tonight's stream, but that's okay. I really cannot wait to talk to Vante about this chapter, or this volume. there were so many things that were kind of touched upon. A continuation of the city mouse versus country mouse debate. Fumiko, definitely a decision, Fujimoto. I gotta be honest with you, not the biggest fan. But since this is fiction, I can somewhat put away my own personal code of ethics because of the fact it's not real. Guys, it's not real. You don't have to agree or even condone anything that anyone does in fiction as long as no one was hurt in real life. It's fine with me. Like, she wants to be a perv, if she wants to be a bear, let's just call her. Like, come on. And this whole conversation that he's starting up about religion as well. He's touching on some taboo topics, I will say, because there's such thing as false prophets. Some people say that the Antichrist is someone claiming to be Christ. And I'm not putting that on Denji's name. He wants to be himself. He wants to be Chainsaw Man. But the politics and the society that surrounds him might not let him be both Denji and Chainsaw Man. So he has to make a decision. The two sides of the scale. Does he want the fame and glory at the risk of losing the one thing that keeps him grounded? Or does he want a normal life, which means he has to give up fame and glory on the other side? It's a great question. Again, I think I am more so inclined to living a simple, normal life, whatever that might look like for me. Yeah, great volume. I really did enjoy this one. Fujimoto hasn't missed in like 130 chapters, I'd say. 120, somewhere around there. Sure, I get you. That was just me trying to be as politically correct as possible. This is one of my favorite covers, Gav, honestly. With butterflies, I don't know. There's a lot of symbolism with butterflies. I didn't see anything in this chapter that would suggest it's related to Sugo's character. Oh my god, the pews have chainsaws for their edges. That's not practical nor reasonable. Chapter 140, if you're wondering what I'm talking about. They just got his head on an effing building. Are you serious? To go back to the covers point, I do think that either last volume, or I want to say it's volume 5, with the rainbow and Chainsaw Man slicing through the guts of a devil, those are probably some of my favorites. Once we finish with our Chainsaw Man read-through, we will do a live stream ranking our volume covers. We might do like a favorite chapters type of ranking. We'll definitely do a favorite characters ranking for sure. But, spoiler alert, Denji and Asa, they're going to be near the top, if not at the top of said list. But I'm really curious how Vante feels about some other characters. So, in this volume, we got the return of Quan Chi. He said last volume, and I will almost quote him, saying he wanted more. He wanted to know more about Quan Chi as a character. She's here. She's depressed. Denji, he's here. He's pseudo-depressed. I want to see that interaction between Quan Chi and Denji. Does she have sparks light up in her eyes because he saved her from Makima? I don't know. She's working for Public Safety Division, so it's a good question to ask. I just don't know the answer to that right now. And I know not a lot of fans are happy about the shorter chapters, so I'm just kind of skimming through 141 right now. But the interaction between Nayuta and Denji it's concentrated, it's effective storytelling, and especially with the paneling of Denji looking at her, looking at the wall for the poster of himself as the Chainsaw Man Devil. I love this series. I cannot give it enough praise. Every chapter has something. So that's why I think maybe after reading this volume, even though I did get 10 chapters to read and one of them was shorter, I still feel like we could have a pretty good discussion and stream based off of one chapter. Now, again, we'll do a poll to find out if most of our viewers want us to be weekly, want us to do, I don't know, maybe bi-monthly chapters once every 2 months, but I'm loving this. Yeah, I think the cover, I was just scrolling through VizGav, it has Yoshida on there. Looks interesting. Okay, so let's think about the other hybrids. So we have the four of them assumed here. So we got sword, whip, spear, flamethrower. Those four are here. Guangxi just showed up as the arrow devil. Reize, where is she? I want to know expeditiously. Who else do we have? We had Katana Man. You brought up Pug. I could see him going into the same sort of routine that he had before becoming the revengeful dog that he was, going up against the Public Safety Division and Makima. Or I could see him kind of turning his life around, like using this as a second chance to do something else. They were all under the control of Makima previously. If you do I even want to say this? I'll choose my words carefully. If you were under the complete control, I'm not choosing my words carefully. If you were under the complete control of someone else and you had no will of your own to make decisions, if you were in some sort of trance, what would you do, hypothetically, if you were freed from said trance? I think I would view that as a second chance at life for me to do what I want to do. So kind of similar to Sugo's thinking from this volume. Okay, good to hear, Pug. Yeah, this is so great of a series to think about life, because not only are we discussing how these characters are living their lives, but it's also how society affects the individual. Now, our favorite series of all time, I'm talking about Vante and myself, is Attack on Titan. Now, the reason why I bring up that series specifically is because there was a huge conflict between the individual and society. So society was moving these characters towards a path of conflict, and the individual, being Eren, that I'm talking about here, at first he just wanted to save those closest to him, and if he got himself to be saved too, great. Unfortunately, that's not how it played out. So he had to make a choice, himself or his friends. And at the end of the day, he played the victim, he played the villain, and he allowed his friends to lelouch him. Ignorance is bliss, Pug. That's another commonly used phrase that I believe in. I would consider myself pretty intelligent. I'm not the smartest guy around. I will admit or kind of almost boast about my emotional intelligence. I feel like my emotional intelligence is my strongest character trait if we were looking at a skill tree. I can empathize with people quite quickly. I can feel pain for someone else despite having little to no connection to them. And I connect with fictional characters. So that might be one reason why people enjoy watching me react to something, is I will get emotional when something emotional happens in a fictional series. A la Season 8, Episode 3 of My Hero. I cried. And I am proud to say that because of how wonderful of a tone was set and the culmination of characters and what happened in that episode. And not to be like all serious as well, because we got some of the funniest Chainsaw Man content in this volume. Fumiko singing karaoke, Denji saying, nah, I'm gonna reject her. Nah, I'd reject her. No, you wouldn't. You put a damn devil tentacle in your mouth. Pause. Cannot believe it. I cannot believe how down bad he was. We'll save that for another day. I feel like once the anime returns for season 2, the ending of part 1, a lot of these themes will be revisited by Fujimoto in the manga. Because again, I mentioned his name earlier, but I've been watching a lot of Townsy's Chainsaw Man content as we catch up to where he left off before he took his hiatus. And he was reading the beginning of part 2 as season 1 was dropping. And I think when I look at all of those relationships to how, or correlations, how Asa was built up as the MC of part 2, and then Denji obviously was the MC of part 1. All the connections, all the parallels. Alright, Gav, I will check that out. Again, guys, we do have a Discord. I will try to find the link again momentarily, and then we'll wrap up here. But again, a wonderful volume. I really don't have much else to say unless there's anything you guys want to discuss with me. Again, another plug, just dropped season 8, episode 3 of My Hero earlier today, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But here is the Discord link one more time. Okay, so to let you know what's happening in the future with Chainsaw Man, as I've said this multiple times in the stream, Avante will be returning, fingers crossed, next week for us to dual react to volume 17 of the series. He likely will not release a reaction video to this volume, but I'll give him the floor as we start the stream next week for him to give his thoughts. I think the 1 or 2 chapters that I'm really interested in seeing him react to is 137 and 143. So maybe if we can just get that 1 or possibly 2 chapters, I'd be happy either way. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. As Vante likes to say, stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. We'll see you in the next video or stream, and peace.